Alrighty, let's see if I can summon the boys. Toot, toot, toot. Toot, toot, toot. It's okay. It's a bit sad, but it's okay. The Rizzler. Looking good, mate.
Thank you, you too.
I'm looking spiffy. Thank you, Ivy. Let me go ahead.
No, you're bad.
I know I'm bad. All right, all four boys. There we go. Reynor is here, guys. We're just waiting for Iona and Trigger to join the call. Oh, no, it's just me and Reynor. Okay, so I have to wait a little bit. Let me know when ready. All right, how we doing, matey?
I'm actually doing good. This is a hit we needed to take. We're gonna come back stronger next time. We're gonna rise from the ashes, take all of these frauds down. We're gonna destroy them. This is a hit we actually needed to take.
All right.
It's for the best.
We'll wait for the boys. Iona has changed. He's in yellow now. Hello, Trigger. All right, mic check 1, 2, guys.
Hi. Hey.
Hello.
Alrighty. Alright, guys. For the first time ever, unfortunately, we take an L in the regular season. We had an amazing streak. 17 clan wars in a row. Unfortunately, today, that amazing streak came to an end. Reynor already said he's feeling still good because he thinks that it will be fine and will rise from the ashes. We'll just go over the games a little bit, talk about all of it, and then some. Let's kick off with you, Reynor, since you were the first one here. You played against Ryung. You played a lot. Well, obviously, game 1, Solaris got a little bit close towards the end. Talk to me about your opening match versus Ryung.
Well, game 1, I was kind of confident. I thought he was going to play mech. It's very hard to play against Ryung because I have no idea what he does in the early game. Because all he does is the nice scout and then take it from there. So I'm kind of like 50-50 on what I have to do. So I decided to go roaches since I had no idea what was going on. It worked out. I saw he was going bio, so I was confident. Game 2, I don't know what to tell you. I had a good early game. Then he stepped on creep and I got A moved. I'm gonna go ahead and blame this one on balance because I think bailings are terrible. And I actually took out my hotkey on the keyboard and I'm going on bailing strike, saying it on record right here. Never making a bailing until they change this crap. Yeah, unfortunate.
Is this one that we can honestly blame on the balance council?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and blame it on the balance council.
Unplayable matchup at the moment, or not that bad?
I mean, you have to adjust. I think probably roaches are the way, but even then you have to deal with ghosts if you do that. So it's like fighting an uphill battle, you know. It's like you're riding a shopping cart and the other guy is riding a jet. So you kind of have to outplay them. That's my feeling right now.
All right, on a more serious note, in the second game, you did say you already felt that you had a good early game. I felt you had a good early game as well. Really solid surround on the Cyclones and the Hellions. You denied Stim. On a more slightly serious note, where do you think it went wrong? Did you fight it?
Well, I didn't know it was going 3cc. Because if I knew that, I was just like, this is my issue in WTL sometimes, where I play it too safe. Like I was hesitant on droning up, I was hesitant on getting my upgrades because I was afraid of getting like 2 base all in or something. So I got like triple spore. I got bailing nest. I got my bailing speed. I made bailings before my upgrade. So like overall, I just played it too safe. He was super greedy. I was watching the replay and he went one racks, 1 factory, double eBay. So yeah, I just played it too safe. He played it greedy and then he moved me.
Fair enough. I mean, last time around, you also went 1-1 with Ryung. Back then, obviously, we still had Neo Humanity in the map pool. That was a frustrating game. Is it just something about Ryung where he kind of does well? Because obviously, Ryung is good. We know he's a good player, but he doesn't often...
He's a smart player. Yeah. Like, it's hard to take on smart players when they get their map choice and everything. Like, he's just, you know, he has the experience and everything. So, I mean, he chose the correct build. Like, if he tried to do anything more aggressive in the early game, I would have smashed it. And instead, he just decided to take the risk. And yeah, paid off.
Okay, I think it's very nice of you to give him some compliments for that. Trigger, you were our second player. You had to go up against our GSL Code as champion Solar, who's obviously been having an amazing 2023. It felt that both games there was some potential. Game 1, you played on El Sione. Obviously, he all-ined you. He was literally on less workers, or all-in. Not every attack is an all-in, but he was incredibly committed to the lair attack aggression. Did you just realize that too late, or where do you think it went wrong for you?
Yeah, I mean, I stopped scouting at some point, and I kind of realized it, but it was too late, so I just gambled that he was playing macro. But I don't know why I would do that against Solar, because I don't think he really ever plays macro. So
Yeah.
Based.
Looking back, Reynor. Looking back at it, do you think like if you would have picked up on that a little bit quicker, what would you have liked to do in return? Let's say going from minute 6, 7.
well, I probably don't go Storm. I just stay on 3 base and just defend the attack and maybe get like I can go Disruptors. Like usually I go for the Robo Bay, not Storm, but I just felt like playing greedy because I was I don't know not confident I guess so.
Yeah. So instead of 4 bases and going Storm, we stay on 3 bases, get a couple cannons, batteries, and we go Disruptors, and it's very doable to hold.
Well, I definitely think you can hold on 3 bases. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how much tech you should be getting against it, but
yeah. That's fair enough, mate. Second game, you had a crazy build, a proper NA special. You decided to pick RotterdaM, and I was already wondering. I was like, okay, that's an interesting map choice. Didn't really expect that from you in this matchup, but I was like, okay, let's see. And when I saw that first pylon go down on the high ground, I knew you were cooking something magical. It was a very cool build. You went for the Proxy Tempest. You protected the Stargate with a cannon. You got another cannon. Talk to me, A, how did you come up with this build? Where did you find it? And B, how did you feel it was going? And do you think there was potential to close it out at a certain point?
well, I came up with the build on ladder. I was streaming and I was playing against Lambo on Radhusen. I was like, I don't really want to play late game, so we're just gonna do something stupid. And then it actually like completely destroyed him. So I was like, maybe this has potential. I'll never play it again on stream. And then yeah, and then I pulled it out here. But yeah, I made a lot of mistakes with the build. I didn't recall my probes to the gold for like 100 seconds because I used chrono twice. I kept accidentally chronoing when I was supposed to recall, so that probably lost me the game.
Yeah, I've had that as well, and I've had a hidden base. That's obviously an unfortunate mistake. You went for the second Stargate, but you gave up on the second Stargate rather quick, no?
Yeah, I was thinking of going like Mass Void Ray because he was going Corruptors, but I didn't think it was gonna work, so I just switched to ground. But then he kind of scouted it, so if I could get it as a surprise, and I think it could have worked, but.
I thought it was an awesome idea, mate. It was fun to see, and I definitely think it has some potential, and I look forward to you cooking up more magical stuff in the future. Obviously, Solar is incredibly good. And last but not least, we send out our big man, the great Jonas Sutala. I like yellow on you, by the way, Jona. That's a nice color.
Thank you.
Did you just switch shirts quickly in between those games?
No, I was just so sweaty I took my hoodie off.
Ah, okay, fair enough. So we were wearing yellow all along. It was just undercover yellow.
Correct.
All right, mate. You played the best of 2 against Maru. Obviously, you guys have a long-standing rivalry. We've gone through the years. We always hope to see it. Eventually, we got to see it a couple of times. It didn't always deliver. More often than not, I actually felt it was sometimes a bit underwhelming, a bit one-sided. I loved, as a neutral spectator, as a neutral fan of StarCraft 2, I absolutely loved the 2 games. I'm obviously sad as a Basilisk man that it didn't go 2-0 for you, but I thought both games were amazing to watch. Let's talk to us about Game 1 first, because obviously you knew for a couple of days that you were going to play Maru on the Ratu set, and that's got to be kind of weird to prepare for, right? On that map, Maru.
Well, yeah, I guess. I was kind of thinking he might do something cheeky, but I don't know what cheeky builds are on that map, so... well, yeah, that's the kind of problem. I was even checking the back base that he didn't make like Rexes at the Watchtower and lift the Rexes there or something like that with a drone. So I was kind of expecting something like that. But obviously after I saw nothing happened in the first 3 minutes, I knew he was just gonna do his standard macro stuff. And yeah, I just thought Mutas was a good idea. I didn't play it the best way possible. I think the first 8 minutes were kind of crap. I handled the Marines poorly and some of the drops pretty badly. But yeah, he just got really passive because the map's so big that then it evened out, and in the end he just couldn't keep up with the expansions.
Yeah, I think there's many moments in games of StarCraft 2 where we can say like, okay, I think that was a game-deciding moment. But it felt that was a very back-and-forth game. You had a crazy large bank, but at one point he obviously got his hands on many bases as well. Like, is there a single moment that really stood out for you, or would you just say that you kind of grinded him down over time and eventually you knew it was going to be good enough?
Well, usually in CVT you are always expecting waiting for the fungals to hit, so if they don't hit, you usually don't win fights, and if they hit, you are winning fights. So that's kinda, I guess you're kinda expecting to some of them hit if you try enough many times.
And you tried many times, and you definitely landed a couple of great fungos. It was an awesome game. In the end, you were able to close it out. Game 2, Side Delta. Felt that you had a very sweet start. Why don't you just talk me through how you experienced that game? Obviously, the beginning, the builds that were going up against each other, and where do you think it eventually went wrong?
It's going very well. I killed the Marine, then I cleared the path for my OV, got the Scout. He did cancel the Cloak, so that was nice for him, I guess. I was kind of thinking, might he do a 2-base all in there? But probably with how late the Steam was there, it wasn't really even an option afterwards thinking, but I played a little bit safe. But it was okay after all, and I think after all the tank pushes and all the harassment, if I just managed to expand a little bit faster, it would have been a nice situation. Even now, it was like a very nice situation. I did the mistake of rewinding the game and going like 10 minutes before I actually left, and it was pretty much over there. But I just didn't do anything really. That was the problem. I was kind of just running around and did 0 aggressive moves the whole game, so he just could do his own thing and kind of, well, he was doing a very similar, just kind of killing my bases, and then I was maybe killing one base as a revenge, but yeah, just not doing enough stuff was kind of the problem there. I could have Nidus or something at least, but I didn't do anything.
Was it fun though, Yona? Because you know that the community loves seeing you go up against Maru, and as I said in the past, it didn't always deliver. This was a banger of a best of 2.
No, I didn't enjoy it too much, but I think a big part of that's that. Well, like I said, not much happened in those games from my perspective. It was mainly just me moving my units from side to side, and yeah.
All right, so wasn't that fun?
No,
not much happened.
no.
The WTL observer would disagree that not much happened because he missed a lot. All right. So, guys, I have 2 more things then that I would like to go over. First is, obviously, last year we had an amazing season. We went undefeated. We did finish 2nd, but it was great. And then in the playoffs, we won our first match. Unfortunately, we did lose against ONSYDE in the grand finals. Now we lose against them again. I would like to give any of you guys the opportunity to talk to all the Basilisk fans and supporters out there if we should be worried or not, because everyone that loves Basilisk, that loves you guys, wants to see us go all the way this time around. So why don't you hit us with a few lines and give the supporters of Basilisk some hopes and dreams and not panic too much. Reynor, you can go first.
All right, guys, I'm just here to say that every single one of you should calm down, because it's in the bag. I'm just telling you, it's in the bag. They might have won the battle, but we're gonna win the war. You know what they say, 3rd time's the charm. We're gonna face them in the finals again. Bam, 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 4-0 these frauds. We have the real GOAT on our side. They have the fake one. They cannot compete. We gave them the lead, but it's not even gonna be close in the playoffs. You know, that's where we shine. That's where we turn on the keyboard and the mouse. We've actually been playing without them so far in the regular season. Wanted to give these guys a chance. So yeah, we're gonna go serious mode. It's not even gonna be close, baby.
Trigger, I don't know if you can match that, but go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, if I get a Terran player, like I'm kind of a PvT one trick. So as long as I get Rung or Maru, I think we're looking pretty good here. So.
All right, Yona.
Yeah, I think Reynor said everything. Nothing to add to that.
Okay. So you agree with everything he said, Yona?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, should be smooth sailing when we start actually playing.
All right, I love it.
My boy is playing with the mouse without the right click, actually. Jon is playing without the right click on the mouse. It's insane. He's going to whip out his real mouse for the playoffs.
All right, and then one final thing, guys, not related to the WTL code S, is that obviously it's busy times right now in the world or in the universe of StarCraft 2. We have a couple of great offline events coming up. Home Story Cup is getting closer. We got the DreamHack Masters Atlanta, but all of you guys are currently competing in the ESL regionals. Reynor, Serral in Europe, Trigger obviously in America. You guys have been doing a 10 out of 10 job in those regionals so far. So maybe just some quick thoughts, expectations for the upcoming week. Reynor, you can go first. You're playing in the semifinals of the Upper bracket against Showtime, but the next time we talk to each other, the entire event is done. So how are we feeling about that match and the rest of it?
I'm feeling good. Honestly, the tournament has been pretty smooth so far. Obviously, I have to play against Protoss in the new patch, which is never fun because I have to make up some stuff. So once again, we're going back to the cart, the shopping cart, and the jet. Yeah, I'm confident. I'm very creative nowadays. I dream my builds and I test them, and they're usually bad, but sometimes they work. So yeah, I'm confident.
Iona, you've had a great run so far as well. You're also in the upper bracket semifinals, and you're going to play against that other absolutely fantastic Terran out there. The kid that everyone is talking about, Liquid Clem, I believe they call him. How are we feeling, and how are we feeling about the rest of it?
Yeah, I went pretty well so far. I was a really close series against Elaser. Couple of mistakes done on both sides there. Yeah, just a very similar run to last time, I feel like, with especially with Clem coming as my next opponent. I am confident, but at the same time, he's been playing extremely well. So it's never easy, but should be a win.
Yeah, I know you said in the past that you don't watch too much StarCraft unless a Zerg player is involved, but have you seen some of the stuff that Clem has been doing, especially in TVP, but also in TVT? Because it does feel to me that kid, he was already very good. He's been very successful in the regionals, but that he has stepped it up again, Jon, and that he has reached a whole nother level.
I don't watch anything else than Zerg games, but I did watch. I just watch all. I do watch all of his Zerg games, well, most of them at least. But no, I haven't been watching the TVP, so it's too boring for me.
Yona, you're hurting me right now, mate. Some of those TVPs are not boring, but okay. You love Zerg, that's good enough. Last but not least, Trigger, you've had a great run so far in the American regionals. We're obviously all very proud of you. We're very happy for you. You're top 3. You took out Special in the upper bracket semifinal, and you're meeting your friend, yes, right? You're playing Australia. It's a bit of a classic, right? We've seen it time and time again. How are we feeling about all of it, and how are we feeling about the upcoming upper bracket final?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Really happy to beat Special and make top 3 in America. I think it's the first time I made top 3 or something, so that's good. And yeah, I feel pretty good against Australia. I'm gonna practice a lot, and I really want to win this time against him because I keep losing to him like very narrowly. I think two seasons in a row I got him in the playoffs, and I lost 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I threw like the 5th game like both times as well. So like, but yeah, this time I think it's gonna be different. But we'll see.
That Stargazers game still lives rent-free in my brain, Trigger. That one hurts, so please don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm better than him in macro now, so it shouldn't happen.
We have a question from someone in the chat as well. SC Australia is asking, what builds are you going to try against Australia?
Well, you know, I'm not going to say anything, actually. I feel like even if I make a joke here, then he's going to realize that I'm making a joke, and then he's going to think that I'm not going to do that build, so... He's too smart. We're not going to say anything.
You can always go for the flower, mate.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
All right. I love it, guys. I've said it many times in the past. We're always going to do interviews whether we win or lose. It's just so far up to this point, we've always won. And I know we skipped out on a couple of interviews, but there were always reasons for it. Either Reynor had no camera, or somebody was traveling, or there were big online matches. But today, there was no reason not to do an interview, so here we are. I want to thank all 3 of you for taking some time out of your day and obviously A, playing the game, showing up, doing your best, and B, for the awesome interview. And I'll give you guys an opportunity to get some closing words in. Why don't you go first, Trigger?
Yeah, thank you for cheering Basilisk on, as always. Yeah, really appreciate it. And yeah, shout out to Basilisk as well, just for supporting me and my teammates as well, of course.
Iona?
Shout out to the fans and to Basilisk, and yeah, let's start winning the next matches and get at least that top 2 spot.
Yeah, because Shopify is actually above us at the moment as well, but I think there's plenty of games to be played, so no need to panic just yet. The Rizzler, your final thoughts?
Shout out to Basilisk and shout out to all the fans. Thank you guys so much. We're hitting our redemption arc as we speak. So I think our opponents actually stand no chance, but we will see. So yeah, thank you guys so much.
All right. Thank you guys for joining once more. And obviously, good luck this week. Big week. Online StarCraft. I will be watching all of it. Go crush it, guys. Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Alrighty, guys, that will do it. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed all of that. First, the games. Obviously, we watched a little bit of Platinum Heroes against Shopify, and after that, we obviously watched the amazing Clan War against ONSYDE. Unfortunately, just like in the grand finals of last season, it did not go our way. But I still think we had amazing games, and it is just regular season. Losing in the playoffs is a whole lot worse. Let's go ahead and flip the script. Last season, we won in the regular season, which was awesome, but then we lost in the playoffs. Let's hope that we can turn things around this time around. And now we lost in the regular season, but maybe that means that we win in... Let's see. Obviously, a long way to go. Many other great teams out there. Team Liquid is amazing. Shopify is amazing. And you never know who... DKZ, we can't forget about them. So it's not just all about Basilisk versus ONSYDE, but we'll see what the future brings.